This is day 2 or 3 of recording myself. Warming up the car, almost ready to go. Well, let's see what we're going to talk about. Immigration. Everybody's talking about immigration. Hopefully I'll talk loud enough for you guys to hear. I'll give you my thoughts on immigration. I'll start off with this. I think the topic's too far away for everybody to give an honest comment on what's going on. I think in order for somebody to really give an honest comment, you have to personalize the situation. So the way I look at it as, we'll start it off with this. What is immigration? Immigration is, and correct me if I'm wrong, immigration, how I see it, is people coming from one area into another area because they want to leave the area they're coming from and they want to stay in the area they're going to. Now, in the context of immigrating from one country to another, there's obviously borders and boundaries you have to cross. Okay, that's the grand scale of immigration. Large groups of people moving from one country to another. Now, it can be done legally, which requires paperwork, and it can be done illegally, which means you just come. That's the big picture. Let's move it down a level. What's the next level down from a country? Well, in the context of America, it's a state. Right? So America is a family with it's like a big home with a huge family, and the next level down would be a state. Like I live in California, so we're Californians. We're the family of California. We live in a state. What's the next level down from a state? But a city? Right? I'm from Los Angeles. I'm a Los Angelino. Right? What's the next level down from a city? What, a neighborhood? This is my neighborhood. This is my hood. This is my family in my hood. Next level down. Remember, what we're doing is personalizing the immigration narrative, the picture. We're making this personal. So the next level down from a block is what? Your home? Small family in a home, same dynamic. There's boundaries, right? You have a gate or a yard with a gate, right? Even past that gate, you have your house. You have doors on that house to keep your house secure, like a border's supposed to be secure. So now we have a better way to understand immigration on a personal level. So what I tend to think is, if you won't allow someone to walk straight into your house unannounced, then it's fair to say you wouldn't want someone to walk into your country unannounced. Let's flip it. The people who are for the immigrants coming over illegally, the ones that are supporting illegal immigration by protesting ICE, which I don't 100% agree with how it looks. It's an ugly thing. How you can just, it doesn't look pretty, but you can clip video to make a lot of things look ugly. So now that we've got it personalized into your home, I think what I would have to say is, if you support illegals walking into the country, you have to support strangers walking into your home. That's the same thing. But I would place a large wager on the fact that everybody that's protesting ICE, when they go home to their nice, safe homes, they lock their doors at night. I bet when they get out of their car, they lock their cars at wherever they go. They don't leave their windows down and their doors unlocked. Why do they do that? Because they don't want anybody that's uninvited going into their car. Why do they lock their doors when they go home or when they go to bed? They don't want anybody uninvited just walking into their home. I think the way you think has to be continuous no matter how... There needs to be continuity, no matter how far you extrapolate the idea. So I think it's a fair analogy to say a home is like a family to a small group of people. A country is a home to a large family of people. Did I say that right? Say it again. A country is like a large home to a very large family. A house is like a small home to a very small family. All the same rules should apply, including being invited in. And I think that's where the pro-ICE protesters, that's where their argument falls apart, because when they're done protesting for the day, they go to their safe little homes. And they lock their doors so no one walks in. And I think that's where the hypocrisy lies. That's what I don't like. Another aspect of this, when it comes to the pro-immigration group, you can sponsor an illegal immigrant. Or an immigrant, let's just drop the illegal. You can sponsor an immigrant to come here to America. You can help them with their process coming here. I wonder how many people that are pro-immigration have put their money where their mouth is and are currently sponsoring immigrants to come here so they can help them. You know, be an American. That's what they want to be, right? They want to be in America. I'm assuming you'd want to be an American. It's typically how it goes. I like living in California. I'm a Californian. If I didn't like it here, I'd go to, say, Texas, so I can be a Texan. I wouldn't go to Texas and still say I'm Californian. Say I'm from California. I'm originally from there. But now I'm in Texas. So now I'm going to do how the Texans do. Right? Isn't that the saying? When in Rome, do as the Romans do. Again, I don't know how the audio is coming out on this, so I'm talking like a crazy madman, all loud. These are the thoughts I was having. I think there's somewhere in the range of, if I remember I'd have to look at the stats again. But there's more than when it comes to, okay, here's how I would fix it. Let's get past that. That's my logic on why the pro-immigration group is a bunch of hypocrites. I'll give you that. Because they don't treat their homes like they treat their grand home. There's conflicting behavior there. So let's get past that. Let's get on to, all right, so now this is where we're at. A bunch of illegal people are here. I hate using the word illegal, but at this point it's the best word to use. There are a bunch of uninvited immigrants in our country. How do we fix it? I almost want to say, screw it. They're already here. They cheated the system and they got away with it. They're here. It looks ugly booting everybody out. So how do you fix it? I say let them stay. You're here. You're here, but you got to play by America's rules now. So now what they should do with ICE is turn it into one large-scale campaign to just get everybody documented. I think I looked it up. There's a social security number is 9 digits long. And I think if you do the calculation, that adds up to about 1 billion different configurations. If you take all those digits and you mix them up as much as you can, I think that's 1 billion different digits, sequences that you can come up with. I think there's less than 400 million people in this country, and that's including undocumented immigrants. So that's more than enough numerical sequences available to get everybody a social security number, get you on the record. Let's just get you going. Shame on you for cheating the system, but you're already here. And I don't like to see my country rip itself apart because we're trying to get rid of them. Obviously, if we're going to put you on a social security number and get you going, we're going to have to background check you if you're going to accept this number. So if you get background checked and you come up as being an issue, as being a criminal of some sort or some sort of deviant, then obviously you need to go. But the rest of you, fine, you get to stay. That's how I would fix it. If I was in the presidential seat, that's what I would announce. We're doing this one time. We're documenting everybody here. Everybody show up. I would even include legal citizens. Show up again. Take a picture. Right? You're proud to be an American. Everybody needs to re-register. It should be easy. This day and age, with all the digital accessibility, how hard could this be? Driving behind the trucks. Those are my thoughts. I thought about that last night, especially the social security number thing. I was like, how many different... You might as well just get these people on the ledger. But if that's what we were to do, if we were to say, screw it, everybody show up, everybody report, everybody get your number, and let's get you going. After that, borders closed. Like, closed. I would almost want to say, like, lethal force kind of closed. You don't sneak in. Right? As a homeowner, if someone tried to sneak in and I felt threatened, I think I would have my rights to... I think there's stand my ground laws in certain areas of the world, especially in this country. I think that should apply to the country, not just a home. You should be able to defend your home by not allowing unwanted people to just enter your home. I think that's a fair analogy. I think that's a fair corollary. I think that's the word. That makes sense to me. And this has nothing to do with race. I don't care where you're coming from. I don't care what color you are. If you're just trying to walk through my front door, you're not welcome. I don't think that's a hard idea to grasp. And I think it's a pretty damn good... I haven't heard anybody say this. It's a pretty damn good analogy. The country is like your personal home. And that's the only way you're going to get this immigration topic to sit right in people's minds. Especially, I hate to point people out, but especially it's the left that are the pro-ICE. It's the left that are pro-immigration. Okay, are you sponsoring an immigrant? No. I think that's where the term virtue signaling justice warrior comes into play. They're just plain protester. They're plain anti-ICE. They're playing the pro-immigration character. But then they go home. They don't give a shit. Sorry for my language. And I think that's too convenient. I think everybody out there, if you're protesting, I think you should all be put on notice. Where's your sponsor and immigration application? Where's your sponsor and immigrant application? You should have one in. All right? You want them here so bad, you should be willing to welcome them into your home. won't do it. No, because now you have to put in some effort other than just opening your mouth and blabbing an opinion. See, I can say all this because I don't want them here. I don't like strangers in my home. That's how I see it. Unwelcomed guests in my home. I don't pretend to like them in my home. So I can talk all this. But the other side of the argument, there needs to be action. And unless you're willing to sponsor an immigrant, I don't want to hear it. You can bet a huge ton of money that if any one of these anti-ICE, pro-immigration protesters, if they were at home and there was if someone broke into their home and assaulted them, they would call the cops real quick, wouldn't they? Yep. Then law enforcement would be their best friend. Because now it's personal. That's why I say you have to look at this immigration in a more personal perspective. It's too far out in the distance because it's not touching your life personally. Probably sound like I'm angry. I'm just talking loud because I know I don't have a mic and I want the audio to at least be semi understandable. I know the video's crap. The quality is all... It's a phone. And for whatever reason, the front-facing camera on a phone isn't as high quality as the one in back. So that's my immigration spiel. Anybody that has counterpoint, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. I mean, tear it apart. That's my analogy. Your personal home is just a smaller version of the grand home that is the country you live in. Like Charlie Kirk said, prove me wrong. Or, what's a better way to say prove me wrong? Prove you're right. How about that? Don't prove me wrong. Prove you're right. And I will admit that I'm wrong. Maybe that's where Charlie erred a bit. That prove me wrong slogan is pretty antagonistic. It's like welcoming a fight. It's not prove me wrong, it's prove you're right and I will admit I'm wrong. I don't have an ego about this. I want to know when I'm wrong. I don't like being in error. So prove you're right. Yeah, I think that's where Charlie took a misstep. He was a bit antagonistic with that slogan. He was right though. Yeah, the inverse is better. Prove you're right. Then the onus is on you to bring the receipts. That's more of an invitation to open debate. Prove you're right. Without making it, that makes it so the opposition is not the enemy. It doesn't put me in a position where I'm smug and already thinking I'm right. I want to know where I'm wrong. So prove you're right. Almost to the 5. I'm on the 405 right now, passing through the valley. Talking to a camera, because that's what everybody's doing these days. It took me a long time. I hate cameras. I don't like attention. But I do have a lot to say. So here I am. exit the valley. Boy, that guy is moving. That's a brand new Corvette. Nice. Chevy did one heck of a job with that redesign. Man, I've never seen such an upgrade to a car. Mid-engine, they made some moves. That's a whole nother car now. Yeah, things are gonna get interesting with cars. With everything going electric. Anybody watching, if you can invest in silver, I heard there's new battery technology where the primary component that they're going to be using, they figured something out with silver for use in rechargeable batteries, that it's going to revolutionize everything that uses a rechargeable batteries, including electric cars. So if you can get in early on silver ETFs, you could change your life. Looked that up right away when I heard about it. That was 100% real. I think right now where they use lithium batteries, apparently silver is going to be it. And there is a lot of silver in America. Abroad also, but I believe there are gigantic silver deposits in America. Look that up. On the 5 now. Just passing the 210 interchange, or whatever that's called. I was thinking about that whole battery thing for the device I use, or that I help make. I don't know what kind of batteries we use, but if this silver-based battery is a thing, one of the major issues with our device is that at some point it has to be explanted, which means taken out. Obviously an implant is when they put it in. An explant is what they call it when they take it out. And I don't think the battery life on these, because some of these devices are put in children, so that means sometime in their life they're going to have it taken out and put back in. And if these batteries that they're coming out with, this silver technology, is what I think it's going to be, then those types of batteries could be used in these devices, which means these devices could be rechargeable. And the charge time on that was one of the main selling points in what I was reading on these silver-based batteries, is the charge time. Like, you can recharge your car in the time it takes you to get your groceries from 0 to 100%. It was astronomically fast. That's why it's going to revolutionize everything. This is going to kill the gas industry in terms of power source. But I was thinking about that. These cochlear implants have a battery, and children get them. So I know children have to have them replaced at some point. And that sounded like a fantastic thing. Whatever you can do to avoid an explant is better. Better light out here. My truck friends. I'll stay behind you guys. Always safe behind a truck. Yup. Well, this guy will go around. He is going like 35. He must be hauling a heck of a load. That's the main industry that these batteries, silver-based batteries might impact, is trucking. Fuel costs for truckers are astronomical, and every product that you buy is trucked to the store you buy it from. Without trucking, everything stops. So give these guys respect. They have a thankless job. And they know they're in the way, and they're not trying to be, but they're just trying to get you your products that you love so much to the store that you frequent so often. I know, because I used to drive a truck. People hate truck drivers just because they're in the way and everybody's in a hurry. To that I say slow down. Give yourself more time to travel where you need to be. Time management. All of life is time management. It's the one thing that you spend that you'll never get back is time. That's why I'm so big on not wasting time. But at the same time, I'm in no hurry either. I'm not in a rush. When you rush, mistakes are made. It's cold out here. That's what that beep is. That's a potential icy road warning that my car gives me. I don't know how to turn it off. I'm not reading that huge manual. Just let it beep. Doesn't bother me. Alright. So I'm over the hill and into, what is this, Santa Clarita Valley? It's just north of the San Fernando Valley. Almost there. Taking my time. Driving a little faster than normal. I'm at like 68, 69 miles an hour. I normally like to cruise in the slow lane, do about 60 to 65. So at the moment I'll be posting all these videos onto an Instagram account at Slap on a Smile. I have a couple different Instagrams. At Slap on a Smile, that's my personal account. Then for the work I do with dogs, I have an account called at I Lead My Pack. That's what I am. I'm a pack leader. I have a pack leader mentality. And the number one attribute of a leader is service to their followers. I think that's what a lot of politicians forget. They become drunk with power. The intoxication of power tends to haze the mind to the fact that you are only in a position of power to serve those who put you there. And the number one thing I learned is dogs, in the context of a pack, when it comes to following a leader, dogs will not follow unstable energy. The leader of a dog pack, the alpha, as they say, is not the most aggressive dog. It's the most calm yet assertive dog. Calm, assertive energy is what a dog will follow. That's the vibe of a leader. Imagine with humans, under times of stress, if your leader was freaking out, that would cause you to freak out, right? If you're at war and you're the leader of a platoon and you're under fire and you start panicking and freaking out, your men will not trust your leadership. You have to be calm under pressure. That's the analogy to use for calm, assertive energy when it comes to humans. Is the platoon leader. They guide their men where they need to be. They give direction. And they expect orders to be followed. They help shore up deficiencies in the platoon where needed. And under times of immense pressure, they maintain this calm. That they are assertive with their orders and their actions. That's what a pack leader is. And that's what a pack leader does. That's what I do with them when I'm with the dogs on every Sunday. I'm with a pack of anywhere from very little to as much as 10, 15 dogs sometimes. I might be wrong with that. I'm normally with the big dogs. Because I'm one of the few people there that's comfortable with breaking up fights. I've broken up so many dog fights I can't even count. The first time I did it, I didn't even know what I was doing. I didn't even realize I did it. I just jumped in the middle. All I knew was I didn't want them to hurt each other. I didn't even care if they hurt me. It wasn't until after one of the employees was like, "Man, you could have got hurt." I was like, I didn't even think about that. I just didn't want them to hurt each other. So that's why they put me with big dogs. Which is kind of funny because the little dogs get into more fights. Dogs don't fight when they're with me. They know I won't let it happen. I'm on top of it. I see it before it even happens. If you pay attention to the dogs, you can see what they're doing. So the only reason a dog fight will break out in a pack. If you work at a daycare, this is tips for you. Stay off your phone. Pay attention to the dogs. Where I work, I see all the other employees on their phones the whole time, and they wonder why the fight broke out. You weren't watching. You would have saw all the hints coming way before that fight took place. I'm big on that. These phones are a huge distraction. Yet here I am, talking to a phone, sounding like I'm screaming my ass off just so you can hear me. I have to watch my language, I know. My girlfriend tells me I'll get demonetized quick. We'll see. I'm not even monetized yet. I'm not doing this for money. I guess to a certain degree I am, otherwise why am I doing it? Everybody else is doing it. I do need the money. It's not, I won't lie to you. Stop lying to myself. I'm doing this for money. But I think what I have to say will benefit people. That's why I'm here. I'm not here for me, I'm here for you. That's why I talk about leadership a lot. That's why I talk about setting the example, serving your followers. I'm not here to look good. I'm here to make you look good. That's why I approach this job, this medical device company. I'm not here because I need the money here. I've learned to live off very minimal amounts of money. I'm here because I'm helping somebody's miracle come to fruition. They show us videos of activation videos where like these implants go in and these people start to hear for the first time. That's a special thing to see. And to know that you were a part of it. That's why I do this job. Like Cuba Gooding Jr. and Jerry Maguire, he makes miracles happen. That's what literally I do here. This device makes a miracle happen. It brings hearing to the deaf. That's crazy. This is where we're at with our technology. And this is like still caveman stuff, I think. I think the type of technology that we're in for is far beyond what we could have ever imagined. No one could have imagined this phone I'm talking into. Back in the 80s, if somebody told you that you could talk to somebody through your phone and they could see you across the globe, I would have said you're crazy. What are you talking about? Yet here it is. Somebody in another part of the world's watching me right now. Got my parking spot today. All right. And boop. All right, everything's off. Let's go to work.